So it's 6:08 and I'm just getting my day started. Will there be a lot of things to vlog today? I'm not very sure. The whole day will just be spent editing, so maybe I'll do time lapses of me editing or something, but I don't think I'll actually be leaving the house today because I have a lot of editing to get done, to be honest. Curry and baguette for dinner. So Lightroom has this super cool new filter inside, which is called the People filter. It takes some time to actually render out all the images of people, but they actually detect all the faces of everyone, and then you can assign names to them, and they'll actually collect all of them and put it into one album, you know, with all the person's pictures inside. It's really cool. It seems to work quite well. Sometimes you have really weird image detection. For example, things like this. If I look at this is a girl and they're actually detecting it as this guy, Kangari. But sometimes it's really amazingly good. Like, for example, it's a totally blurred image and it actually can detect that, you know, yeah, it's him. For example, this is really blurred out. You can actually detect that, oh, this is actually her. You can just go and say, yes, this is her. So I've just done editing photos, and what I'm trying to do now is, remember, like yesterday we actually went to get our computer components, sensitive electronics, you can see in our cupboard here, and we've got our 3TB hard disk, and we also got our Corsair Vengeance. So now what we're trying to do is we're going to put this into the computer now, edit all my videos, to play all my games and everything. Basically my baby is this right here. This is a custom built computer. I built it myself, I think about 2 years ago. I'm just going to upgrade it a little bit. I need to really clean it out soon. Clean out the dust inside mainly. And what I'm going to just do today is, if you can see inside here, maybe I can get my phone. You can see that the RAM I'm using inside here is a Corsair Vengeance kit, and the RAM that I got yesterday is right here, a Corsair Vengeance 16GB kit. Right, it's basically the exact same RAM as what I have inside. You can see inside it's actually really dusty right now. You can see the top, the whole radiator is actually choked up in dust, and it's really hard for air to go through. So I need to get an air compressor to actually just blow that out. I'm trying to do that soon. So RAM is not a big issue, it's just a matter of plugging in that 2 sticks of RAM in. The main issue is this: I got a new 3TB hard disk, and this is my storage situation inside here. I have 10TB of storage already inside here, right? And what I'm trying to do is, I have this extra 120GB SSD which is not being used at all, which is quite a waste. And this is my boot drive up here. It's actually a 240 T. Whoops. It's actually a 240GB Extreme Pro disk, and I'm probably just gonna stack this on top like this, and so I'll have 2 SSD inside. It's something like this. So I'll have 1 scratch disk here. That means whenever I want to put footages and stuff, I'll put it inside this disk. I'll edit it off this disk, and this disk is my boot drive. And so I'll actually do it off this 2 disk, and I just need to remove this disk here, but I'm not actually sure what's inside, and I already have a lot of file associations and everything inside here, so it's gonna be a pain actually to remove all of these hard disks. But I'll go and see how many I can remove in this process, and yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add in the RAM and make sure that my computer boots up properly. This is 2 brand new pieces of Corsair Vengeance. This is the 16GB 2x8GB 1006MHz kit, and I'm just gonna pop it in and populate the other 2 slots on my motherboard. There's actually 4 slots on my motherboard, and I just need to populate the other 2. Inside here, 2 sticks. Let's just add 2 more. Now I have to be gentle with this because these are electronic components, so I do not want to break it like, you know, that unfortunate piece right there. Go to my computer, we can see that 32GB of RAM. Awesome. So my Steam folder, it's more than 200GB, and that may be an issue. Okay, so I'll be taking out this drive, and this drive. I'll actually be taking out 3 of my 3TB drives, and I'll be leaving the 1.5TB inside here. there is, I think, another hard disk inside which is actually not connected to anything. So that hard disk, I believe, is a 1 terabyte hard disk, and that is where my stock footage, my stock library lives. And it's not connected because, unfortunately, this right here is my RAID card, which means I can connect an additional 4 hard disks in the back, and it died. So that hard disk got disconnected. So I'm just going to take out these other 3 hard disks, add in my leave this 2 in, which is actually 1 hard disk, and add in my scratch disk. Okay, if you see here, they are really dusty, but I have 3 Western Digital green drives here. So these are my bulk storage disks. 2 of these actually carries the files that I use for editing, photos, videos, everything. As in my backup files with all the footages. They are on 2 of these hard disks, and one of them is my old one, which I used to use before I categorized everything under my company. So I think that's the end of today's vlog. We actually upgraded our system. Can put back our side panels right there.